track here at Soldier Field, still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Flush to his right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And they go play action here. Mon eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. A first carry here for Kane Nwangu. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Handoff here to Nwangu. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
On 2nd and 12, Mon. This goes out wide from Madison. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play action. It's Fields. His throw incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get towards mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club. And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Throwing again is Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide. Complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Mine. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To the air again, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Again, Fields. touchdown Bears. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mon now off of play action. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Bond going to throw it. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's Mon. They're going for it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mon looks to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From the 22, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They snap it to Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Once again, up come the Bears, and they're going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Mond's throw complete there to Smith. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks him. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Fields on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that is incomplete. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Cunningham now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
On first down, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fields throwing again. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack.
Touchdown, Bears! Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. It's complete, and they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 24, Mon. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Fields. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size and victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On 2nd and 11 now. Mon. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. On the give is Nwangu. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point game. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw is Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's 4th and goal.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. He's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Santos with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Mon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The sack by Robert Quinn. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
One play action, Fields. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of get...
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory. riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's second and 10.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21. Hey, D-line, let's get in there, Alert 3.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. On fourth down, Fields dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.